Hey, I'm Adam McLean from Youth Specialties, and I'm here with Danny Long.
How you doing?
And we want to take an opportunity here to introduce you to some of the new voices that you're going to be hearing at the convention this year. And Danny's one of those. We know if you look around at our brochures on our website, there's a lot of people that you've heard of or have been to their seminars before or read their books or are otherwise exceptionally famous. And, well, I don't think that's the case with Danny yet. Not yet. So, Danny, why don't you tell us a little bit about the community you're in? I know that you work in a small town, and what's the name of the community?
I work in a community named Hamul. That's the name of the little town that I serve in, and it's in San Diego, but even people in San Diego don't have an idea where it is. And it's a smaller community. We have one school district that just actually has an elementary school and one middle school. There's one high school in our area that we get students from, and it's just a smaller community. A lot of people know each other, and it's a joy to get to serve in it. It's great, but it's a smaller community.
So when you're doing ministry in a small town, where would that be different than maybe somebody who's in a suburban context or in an urban context? What would be unique about working in a small town?
Probably the thing that's most unique is so many people know each other. Most of my students go to school at the same school. They know each other. They're around each other all the time, not just when they come to youth ministry things that our church is doing. And even just going around the community, you see everyone. There's just a couple restaurants in our community, and you see people, from church or from just life when you're eating dinner out or different things like that. So.
Now, I can see that being kind of fun, actually.
It's great.
See everybody at the meat market eating burritos or whatever.
Mm-hmm,
but what would be some unique challenges to being in a small town that you face on a daily or weekly basis or whatever?
Probably some of those things that are great are also some of the challenges where no matter where you go, you're seeing people from church, from everywhere, and so there's not really any away time. You're always, in ministry anyway, you're always doing ministry, but it can be challenging because you're seeing people at the soccer field, you're seeing people at the baseball field, and there's not really a chance to get away. And so you're always in the midst of people, which can be challenging.
Yeah. Do you find that being in both a smaller community and that lends itself to a smaller church, do you find yourself wearing hats that you didn't necessarily think you'd have to wear, both in the community and the church?
Yeah, there you do. It's not just a youth pastor. At times you're janitor, at times you're the setup guy, your maintenance, your church secretary. You're kind of a little bit of everything. Actually, earlier today I was working with a mechanic trying to get our church bus going again.
Right.
And it's kind of, you wear lots of different hats at the church doing lots of different stuff.
Yep.
There's times I wish I was just like a high school pastor at a church. Not that would necessarily be easier, but it might be one hat versus a lot.
So that's like an opportunity, kind of a unique challenge.
Mm-hmm.
This year you're going to be teaching a seminar, and just give us the 30-second teaser on what's the seminar about, and if I'm thinking about going, why would I want to hear from you?
Well, for our seminar, we're going to be looking at how to develop a community-based student ministry. And what we want to look at is, one, why it's important. Why do we need to be community-based?
Yep.
And also, how do you get there? What does it look like? Because I think probably everyone has an opinion what community-based student ministry can look like, and that we understand we need to be. And so, but how does that look? What does it look like? What is a campus ministry? There's so many different varieties of campus ministry that are going on, and what can that look like? Not necessarily what should it look like, but what can it look like?
Right.
And just try to challenge everyone to start at least one area of their ministry being more community-based, and it would be awesome.
That sounds great. I mean, it doesn't matter what context you're in. If you're in a small town, you're in a suburb, or you're in an urban context, it sounds like transferable principles everywhere.
And the other seminar is Lessons Learned from 30,000 Miles in a Church Bus, Making Great the Road Trip Part of Student Ministry.
That also ties into the idea of wearing multiple hats.
Yes.
Because you kind of have to be a mechanic if you do 30,000 miles in a church bus.
Yes.
So give me a teaser on that bus thing, because that seems kind of cool to me.
Probably when each of us signed up for student ministry, we didn't realize how much time we'd spend behind the wheel of a car, driving everywhere, miles and miles, whether it's a van, a bus. Our church has 2 buses. One is a 1975, there's 1974. Great, beautiful, hate them, school buses. But what we want to do is kind of look at how to make that part of ministry. It's huge, and it can be the joy of the journey, something you love, or it can be a treacherous, horrible part, depending on how you look at it. But how to make great that part of that.
So you're going to talk about, turn it into something really cool. You're going to hit some of the safety stuff and all
Tons
that.
of safety stuff, group management, and definitely some fun tips that we've learned.
Yep.
Me and one of my former interns, Derek, we used to always joke about little tricks that we would do on trips.
Okay, so that's some valuable training.
Yes. The safety's key.
Safety is key.
But we'll definitely have fun along the way.
All right, I like that. I like it. Well, Danny, look forward to seeing you in San Diego.
Awesome.
And hopefully, you see this guy around.
Come to our seminar.
Come to a seminar, ask him about the best burritos in town. He'll know all about that too.
Yes, we took Adam. It was good.